well do you know the lore of the Fallout universe? Do you know it well enough that you could recount all of it to your friends while a little bit drunk, completely from memory? What is happening?
He took a shot and was like freaking out now.
Well, today, Nick is going to do exactly that. Nick, are you...
I was closing some doors.
Are you ready for me to start the video?
We're doing a video?
Nick, teach us about Fallout.
I see here we're looking at a prolapsed anus.
Either a chef's hat or a prolapsed anus.
You come down to my kitchen again with a ridiculous hat on like that, I'll stick it in your arse sideways.
Okay, so there's like an ornament.
This is Vault 13, you numpty.
Tim already knows a decent bit about the Fallout lore. Ron knows New Vegas.
I definitely played Fallout 3, New Vegas, and Fallout 4 and, you know, beat all of their campaigns. And I watched half of the TV show before I kind of forgot about it.
You didn't finish it?
No.
Damn, it's a good show.
Ron, go finish that before we finish this video. I'll give you time right now.
All right.
You know what? You at home, if you haven't gone and watched that Amazon fucking Fallout show either, I will give you time right now to go and do it.
So what happened in Fallout?
So Ron Perlman does a wonderful introduction.
War never changes.
And the whole point of the Fallout series is, well, for the first 2 games in New Vegas, it is war is bad and here is the impact of war. So the first game, here, let me back up. Let me get to the pre-war. Let's start at the beginning. So like it's 2077.
I mean, it depends how far back you're going. 2077 technically is the on-spurring event.
What year did the bombs drop?
2077.
October 31st, 2077. Halloween night, or Halloween day, depending on where you are in the country. And I will, again, preface this. This is all from memory.
I will be periodically fact-checking.
Yeah, nothing in this video will be fact-checked. Nick is just going to say what he remembers, and Tim will probably jump in, and I know a little bit I'll jump in too. So this is going to be 3 dudes talk about Fallout lore from what they remember.
So before the bombs dropped, the United States and China were at war over resources that are depleting throughout the world. And so the United States is the whole world is very technologically advanced for having a fucking 1960s aesthetic where everything's chrome and like pastel colors and shit. But it's, you know, it's 30 years in the future as of right now.
Huh?
50 years in the future, but go on.
Yep, you're right. It could be 30 years in the future. Maybe who's teaching this class? Huh, Ron?
You're right, sorry. 30 years in the future, go on.
30 years, so it's just the technology is very like sci-fi. So there's robots and there's, you know, androids and there's free healthcare, maybe.
Sci-fi.
This is a post-nuclear nightmare.
So America and China are at war over resources, and the kind of turning point in the war is Alaska is invaded by the Chinese army, as seen in Operation Anchorage, the DLC from Fallout 3. And so Operation Anchorage is the operation that the United States was the operation to take back Anchorage, Alaska. And that was the last real major offensive that the Americans took before somebody started the war, the nuclear war. On October 31st, 2077, there was a nuclear exchange for about 2 hours between China and America that decimated all of America, decimated the world. It is unconfirmed that different parts of the world were affected, but we definitely know America was affected. At the time of the Great War, there is a certain business owner, Robert House.
Can we get an illustration of Mr. House on screen?
Mr. House was...
He's Minecraft Steve.
He was born in like 2010 or something, right?
Yeah, he was...
Or born in 2020 or something?
Yeah, he was born in like 2025. That means he's a fucking...
He's a little fucking Gen Alpha baby.
I know we discussed him being Gen Alpha and that Robert House probably watched Skibbity Toilet as a baby. He was born June 25th, 2020. I know we're not supposed to fact check stuff, but just I needed to know for the meme. Right now in 2025, a 5-year-old Robert House is watching Skibbity Toilet on his mom's iPhone somewhere.
Why does he have like a little like... Okay, it's like a little quaff. All right, I can see it.
Yeah. So Robert House, head of Robco, who manufacture pretty much every type of robot in... No, that's not right. I was going to say pretty much every type of robot in Fallout, but that is not right. There's, I want to say Robco, and then there's... I don't fucking remember. I don't remember the names.
Yeah, I'm sure like Mr. Handy or whatever has his own company.
It's from Robco. Mr. Handy's from Robco.
He's a Robco robot. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll shut up then.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, you stupid fucking bitch.
There's a bunch of different type of robot. So Mr. House, residing in the beautiful city of Las Vegas, determined through his genius analytical mind that the nukes were coming on this, or he knew that the nukes were coming at some point.
Okay.
So he built the strip, the Las Vegas Strip, to be pretty much nuke-proof, because he knew that that they would probably get pretty decimated. However, it was like the Great War happened about a month before his calculated projections, so it happened early. Because of that, there's an item that he has called the Platinum Chip. I don't remember what it really looks like.
Just
I never looked in my fucking inventory.
Make the Lay's logo. Chip.
Okay.
So the Platinum Chip was a software upgrade for his robots so that they could use... It was bug fixes and this and that and the other so that he could use the full extent to essentially like rule after the bombs were dropped. But the Platinum Chip was on its way to Robco, or to Las Vegas, when the bombs dropped. So it was lost to time, and Mr. House survived by, I think he had a fucking like laser cannon on the top of his of the Lucky 38 casino, which was his casino.
This is going to be Nick neglecting every other game in the franchise except for New Vegas.
I'm doing chronological order.
He is doing chronological order. I'm okay with it.
I was just like, I can't wait for Nick to get sidetracked and just start talking about New Vegas.
Whoa, Tim's roboting. Oh no, Tim.
Well, that was a Mr. House impression.
I can't wait for Nick to get sidetracked.
That was a Mr. House impression. So the bombs dropped, the world is decimated, and for about 200 years, it sits pretty much dormant. I didn't even fucking mention the vaults yet. Jesus Christ, the Great War has.
That's why I was like, I can't wait for Nick to just default on what he remembers, which is New Vegas. Oh shit.
So in the event of nuclear war, America had created or had sanctioned a company called Vault Tech to create a shit ton of vaults across the United States that would be to house people. However, Vault Tech are fucking evil for some fucking reason. They just are sadistic bastards for no goddamn reason. And they decided, most of the vaults are just gonna have like social experiments and like just general experiments. So there's one where all the fucking people in it are, there's like 50 residents and there's a fucking like puma or something like that as well, like a live puma that like hunts them down and kills them.
Yeah, there was one vault where it was like, I think it was like 70 residents.
Hey, Tim?
And yeah. What?
You teaching this class?
I was trying to give an example. Teacher's
cap I've got on. I don't know what kind of teacher's cap that I would be wearing, but I'm now placing it. Editor put me next to Tim, so I'm placing it on Tim's head. All right, go ahead and tell us, Tim, in your own words, what this vault was all about.
I just wanted to interject with the fact that there was a fun vault where there was a disproportionate amount of male to female ratio, and there was only one woman, so they had to go crazy and like fuck the shit out of her all the time. Yeah, that's all.
That sounds about right.
What game did they reveal that in?
I think it's a note in one of the games.
No, it is not. Is a comic.
Is it a comic?
There is a comic book. There's a Fallout comic book that there are two vaults. There was a vault with 99 men and 1 woman, and another vault that was 99 women and 1 man. And there's one with a live puma and like 50 people or something like that with no weapons. What else? There was a 1-man vault with just a crate of puppets, which was the whole point of the comic at the time. So various experiments. There was one in Bakersfield, California. I'm gonna say, let me preface, I've not played Fallout 1 or 2, but I do know the lore vaguely.
Screaming internally. Okay, continue.
So all of California is pretty vague to me.
He only knows the East Coast Fallout lore, except for New Vegas.
I know. Yeah, I mean, I know the lore. I just haven't played.
There was a vault where they were all like in a VR experiment the whole time, right?
That was Vault
that was
112.
something.
There's Vault 111, which just so happens to be a control vault, I believe. Yeah, it's a control vault. So they do have control vaults where it is just like, no
just
experiments gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be normal.
Which is where you always start your games, because we're not going to start you with a fun gimmick. That would be too much fun.
Well, Vault 111 for Fallout 4 was everyone's cryo-frozen.
But
an indeterminate amount of time.
You know what I mean? Compared to some of the other crazy fucking ones, yours are always normal in the games, because we can't have anything too crazy.
人類を救うためにこの世界に残された女性たちと子作りしていただきたいのです。
Oh yeah, and there's one in Fallout 4 where it's like, oh yeah, so there's, all these recovering addicts in the vault, and there's a giant supply of drugs, and let's see if they try not to use them, and then they end up all ODing and dying. And then there's a vault that massively armed its inhabitants. That there are several that armed their inhabitants to the teeth, and some of them survived, some of them had civil wars and killed each other. I'm digressing.
They're all social experiments.
They're all social or scientific
How
experiments.
many vaults are there in the country total?
There is not a confirmed total. I believe the current highest one is Vault 111. So there's at least 111 vaults. So there's a shit ton. It's literally all spread out. It could be 500. It could be 5,000 vaults. Like we're never know.
Yeah,
we're
we
never
do not.
Really gonna know.
We do not know the answer.
So these vaults were created to keep their inhabitants, ideally, safe from nuclear war, as well as Vault Tech personnel who are there to monitor the experiments. Fast forward about 200 years. I'm skipping Fallout 76 because I know jack squat about it, and out of all the games, I would say it's not canon.
Fallout canon is pretty fucking liquid just because it changed developers. And
100%.
Bethesda decided they wanted this when Interplay originally intended that, and so
yeah, and like fucking 76 happening like they opened like 50 years after the bombs drop, so like it's still everything's irradiated, and like there are super mutants, and it's like, well,
that's the whole point of that game, right? It's supposed to be like you're the first people that left the vault or whatever.
Right. Yes. You're the first survivors, except for all the people that were living outside the vaults that somehow lived. But whatever.
Okay.
And the super mutants, which wouldn't exist for like another 100 years. But
yep. And so Fallout 1 is, I believe, the first in the timeline where Vault 13, as seen here by their vault door.
What year does that take place in, Nick?
2277?
Nope.
Hey, Tim.
I'll allow it.
Who's teaching the class? You want to like this video is just gonna be Tim correcting Nick.
For those of you at home, Tim actually played Fallout 1 and 2. You've played every Fallout game, right, Tim?
Correct. Even Tactics, which I booty cheeks.
So Tim's like arguably more knowledgeable than Nick, but we're letting Nick teach the class for some reason.
Because I'm the only one who can get drunk. Ooh, zooey mama. Ugh. Ooh, vile. So Vault 13 was a quasi-control vault. Everything happened naturally, normally, until about 200 years after the door closed, when the water chip was designed to break. The whole thing was designed to break. Okay. And so the water reclamation wasn't working, so they were gonna die of thirst if they didn't have one lone champion sent out into the wasteland. The lone wanderer? No. It's the Vault Dweller, Nick. Duh. The Vault Dweller gets sent out into the wasteland because they know there are other vaults out there. So they have water chips, and we can go find that and replace ours. Okay. So this one champion exits the vault and goes on a fancy schmancy adventure. I'm not gonna gloss over it, but I can hear Tim being like, actually,
I'm like, yeah, just for a drunken recap, that's not bad.
Can we get a drawing of the Vault Dweller? leaving the vault.
Put him in a jumpsuit. It's only a shirt.
It's a Pooh Bear vault.
It's a Pooh Bear vault dweller.
Pooh Bear, you have to leave the vault because we've run out of honey.
Okay, that doesn't work. 1, 3. There's his... Oh, I guess it's probably make it blue.
I was gonna say he couldn't make it blue. Nah, he was an emo vault dweller. When I was a young boy, my overseer sent me into the wasteland to get a water chop.
He said, son, when you grow up, we will kick you out of the vault.
Why is the text black when the text is always yellow?
I know. Well, this is our first time with Nick adding color, so.
That's true. We'll cut him some slack.
Yeah, I don't usually see color.
I like that he's got little noodles for arms.
If you guys are interested in Call of Duty Zombies lore, we have a COD Zombies channel where Nick did this similar idea where he explained COD Zombies lore to us, which if you're familiar is very insane. So we'll link that video in the description if you're interested.
It's gonna be his trusty Vault 13
His
canteen.
fucking trusty Vault 13 canteen.
He's got a condom and a boomerang.
He's got a condom and a boomerang and a dream.
That's how I show up to every party.
Everybody's like, well, I know what the condom's for, but what's the boomerang? And he's like, it's
They're
gonna
like,
keep
shut up! And I hit him with the boomerang.
Ron's gonna be like, it's gonna keep you coming back all night.
So he goes out into the wasteland, encounters many, many peoples living their own lives, their towns and cities. And while he is exploring, he learns of a creature person called the Master.
Yes.
And the Master has been creating super mutants. So the Master is like, and he's kind of like goopy. He's got like goopies off of his TV. It's a living man with a TV screen. And he's angry.
Certainly an artist's interpretation.
I've never played Fallout 1 or 2 or know anything about those games, so this is the area of this video where I'm like really uneducated. So I have nothing but this as a ref. This is the Master to me right now.
So the Master the Master was a human from some city.
He just looks like a Minecraft character in a hair metal band from the 80s.
He looks like a pickle with a face to me. That's Pickle Rick.
Try this. Oh,
Oh,
gaps. I'm not doing color anymore. There we go. He's like a orangey mutant guy.
he's a flesh blob.
He's a flesh blob on a computer screen. The Master was a human that found a toxic waste dump at a military facility in Bakersfield, California, that housed vats of what was known as FEV, which stands for the Forced Evolutionary Virus, which was green goo that, when exposed to living tissue, forced it to evolve.
So what you're telling me is super mutants are Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Super mutants counted off. 1. By the code of having big guns. 2. Always kill people that walk by our base. 3.
I've got a nail strapped to a board.
No matter what. 4.
Round. Beautiful boys.
So, super mutants are humans that were exposed to FEV and forced to evolve into these big creatures that are idiots. Actually, they're not idiots. They're not idiots in Fallout 1 and 2. Are there super mutants in Fallout 2? I think there are. Yeah.
There are,
Marcus is a super mutant.
Yes. Holy shit, look at you knowing who Marcus is. Look at that.
I know who Marcus is. He's in Jacobstown, north of the
Holy
Strip.
shit! You know more than I
from
thought
New
you
Vegas.
did.
He's in New Vegas, Tim.
Holy shit. He is in New
Marcus?
Vegas, you're right.
Yeah, because I know that character, and I was about to say that. So if I know it.
592 hours if you round up. Just Fallout New Vegas.
That game is incredible.
That game is incredible.
If I had more free time, I would also play that more.
Any fucking way. So super mutants were created, and the Master created a super mutant army and wanted to turn everyone into mutants because that was the next, to his mind, That was the next step in human evolution. The Vault Dweller finds him and kills him, pretty much. That's the long and short of it. Also, the currency of the realm is caps, so get used to that.
Bottle caps.
Bottle
for
caps.
those of you at home. If you're for some reason watching this video and you know nothing about Fallout at all.
Not busting a cap in people's asses.
We go on. Sorry, a little bit of side story between Fallout 1 and 2. Vault Dweller goes back to his vault, and they say, hey, fucking sorry, but you're too irradiated. Thanks for getting that water chip for us, though.
But fuck off.
But fuck off. And he goes, okay, and goes and founds the town of Arroyo, which...
Okay.
A certain amount of time later, our second protagonist, is born and is he is the they all have like a title to them.
So, do you want me to tell you, or do you think you can remember?
I think I can remember it. So
okay,
there's the Vault
so Fallout
Dweller.
2 is set like 40 years later or something.
Oh,
Something
much
like
later.
So, like 70 years later or something.
Oh,
Okay.
nope, like 100 years later.
Let's see. So there's the Vault Dweller, the Lone Wanderer. Lone Wanderer is the one from Fallout 4, the Courier from Fallout New Vegas.
Looking at the gears in Nick's brain come to a grinding halt. Do you want to phone a friend who wants to be a millionaire?
Sure, give me a hint. Give me a hint.
How could you, Anakin? You were...
Oh, the Chosen One.
Yes.
Duh. Yes, it was the Chosen One in Fallout 2. And in Fallout 3, I don't remember. Is he the Lone Wanderer? So he's the Lone Wanderer. And
I was
then
gonna say...
Fallout 4, it is the Sole Survivor.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
We got there in the end, folks.
Yes. So the Chosen One is the great-grandson of the Vault Dweller, and he
So can we get a drawing of the Chosen One then?
expanded a little bit. So the Chosen One, his head's a little funky.
Oh, based, Nick. Look at you. I didn't even think you would remember that detail.
What? That he has a spear?
Fuck yeah, dude.
And he also
has the trusty. Your grandfather used to drink out of this fucking disgusting rusted piece of shit.
Yep. He has
It's
the
yours
trusty
now.
Vault 13 canteen. And so he goes off into the wasteland because his village is starting to dry up because there's no water.
No pussy.
No pussy. There's no pussy around in Arroyo.
around except for his literally like a million-year-old grandmother. Sorry, not grandmother. His million-year-old grandmother who...
And the sex just frankly isn't that good.
Yeah. So the Chosen One is sent out looking for the Garden of Eden creation kit, also known as, this is just going to be our vocab area, is the
Fevgek.
Fevgek.
I'm gonna name my firstborn
So
kid Fevgek, and then I'm gonna beat him up for having such a stupid name.
So the Garden of Eden creation kit varies in the different games because it's just a MacGuffin. In the first iteration of it, it was, it's got seeds and a fusion drive and like this, that, and the other, so you can like rebuild society and like clean. There's like a soil cleaner so it can like clear out all the radiation.
It is also, fun fact, what they named the official modding tool.
Yes. So he sets out to find the Gek, and along the way he encounters the Enclave, which is just the continuation of the American government.
So really, really bad people who want to hurt you.
Yes. In Trump's America, it is these are the Enclave.
They're like, buy Dogecoin.
Hail Elon.
It was an Enclave salute.
I know we're in the fucking post-apocalyptic world, thousands of years, hundreds of years after a fucking nuclear war, but I promise, bro, Dogecoin is gonna go to the moon.
There's never been a better time. Our currency is literally bottle caps. What do you mean this has no value?
So, yes, the Enclave. The American government, part of the American government sequestered itself on a remote place that I guess I don't have to be coy about it. I could say it's on a fucking oil rig out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, in the ocean outside of California, whichever one that is. They essentially live there while, after the bombs drop, and they just like survive there, hoarding technology and scavenging throughout the wasteland. And the chosen one runs into Frank Horrigan, who is the main antagonist for the Enclave. He is a guy who they just were like, hey, you're a really good soldier, and we're just gonna keep testing on you and doing like some weird science shit until we make you better. And he's like, cool. So they turn him into a super mutant with the FEV. And so through all of the trials and tribulations of trying to find the Gek, the chosen one realizes that the Enclave are going to release the FEV aerosolized into the atmosphere.
Wow, big
to kill
words.
Out. Okay. Fucking get me off my train of thought.
I wasn't expecting him to use aerosolized when he's drunk, okay?
Cool. Let's see if I can get this clean.
Good job.
Yeah, that came through.
So when the FEV is aerosolized and put into the atmosphere, it would kill everything. Anything that has any type of mutated gene. So pretty much everything at this point. I can hear you fucking snacking. Did you bring enough for the whole class there, Ron?
That's not me.
Yeah, Ron, what the fuck?
The chosen one decides, hey, that's not cool, guys. That you're gonna, try to kill everyone. So he blows up the fucking oil rig with the Enclave on it, scattering the various patrols and different who were part of the Enclave throughout the wasteland, because they just didn't have a home base anymore. After he gets back to his town with the Gek, he makes it all good and makes it all better.
That was a very good recap of the first two games.
I will say I don't remember. I think it's Vault 12. That is Vault City. Vault City, I think, is only in the second game, right? Right, Tim?
I believe so, yeah.
Did I? Yeah. So Vault City becomes started off as the town of Shady Sands in the first Fallout, and then became Vault City, and then it became the New California Republic, and those guys we'll get to later.
You never drew us an Enclave member.
Yeah, can you draw us Frank Horrigan from memory, please?
He's just a bigger version of the last guy.
Really is.
No, he's not.
It's the way that the eyebrows are. One is sharply down and the other one curved. Don't talk to me or my peanut-shaped son ever again.
Nick tests his editing skills. Oh, there we go. I'll continue this, and now he's got a flat top cut. He's got a.
Why is he green? Is he actually green?
Nick just
he's
drew
a super mutant.
Black Incredible Hulk.
That type of like flat top hairstyle or whatever, but then he was the Hulk. That's this guy.
He's who's the friend from Hey Arnold?
Skeeter,
but green. Editor, show Skeeter but green.
So what's next?
I guess I never brought up the Brotherhood of Steel throughout this.
they're kind of there.
They're just kind of there. They
So were they
don't
in
really.
Fallout 1 and 2?
So
Oh, yeah.
yes, but the thing, this is an outside thing, not really a lore thing, just a game perspective thing. The thing about Fallout 1 and 2 is they are incredibly short unless you go to do side activities. Like you can literally beat them in an hour. They're so short if you just beeline it.
Damn.
And so you cannot interact with the Brotherhood or any of the other things if you're just beelining for the water chip, like in the first game. So it's kind of a similar thing with Fallout 2, where it's like if you're just going straight for the Gek, like you're going to encounter the Enclave and nothing else.
Yeah, I'll let you know, boys. I always go straight for the Gek.
Oh,
He found the Gek.
No side quests for this boy.
I risked it all for the Gek.
you go on my Gek until I F, and he.
What the fuck is this?
Man, you are drunk, huh?
Yeah, just a little. Anyway, so we move on to Fallout 3, the third Fallout game, no matter what anyone tells me.
Fallout Tactics does not exist and is actually considered not canon. Like, genuinely.
I don't know what Fallout Brotherhood of Steel is.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Brotherhood of Steel.
You forgot about Brotherhood of Steel so bad. So bad.
Wait, Tim, what is Fallout Tactics?
Fallout Tactics is literally exactly what it sounds like. It's like XCOM, but in the Fallout universe. And it's very bad.
What is XCOM?
Oh my god.
I would be very interested to see what you guys would do with a Fallout or with a Final Fantasy lore video.
Well,
I know genuinely nothing.
We could maybe do like Final Fantasy VII or something, or Kingdom Hearts. Tim could probably do.
Actually, I do know.
Boy.
All right, guys, if this video gets 200 likes, Tim will do Kingdom Hearts lore.
Downvote,
From
downvote,
memory.
please downvote, please
From memory.
downvote.
Memory. Oh no.
So Fallout 3. Fallout 3 is the first third person like non-isometric Fallout game made by Bethesda Game Studios, who are a bunch of fucking
nonsense.
I won't use that word. I won't use that word. They're a bunch of fucking cunts, and they went lore. We don't like that.
So
we're gonna make our own.
another behind the scenes thing that Ron may or may not know and Nick may or may not remember is they were given the Fallout license. They said, we want to make this game. And the original developers were like, cool, one condition. You are not allowed to touch the West Coast. That's our thing. So then Bethesda scrambled to make all this East Coast lore, which is why it's set in DC and Boston.
And that's why there's super mutants, like, fucking on the other side of the country.
And rad scorpions, even though scorpions don't exist on the East Coast.
Gotcha. But then they ended up buying it completely off the people afterwards, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because
Black Isle Studios went under.
Yeah, and when they went under, Bethesda bought all their assets.
Though Bethesda still hasn't yet to tread in the West Coast.
Because they are terrified. Because they're like, oh no, what if we don't do it right?
And they did it in the Fallout TV show, and they did it right. They did do it right. And I appreciate that, Fallout.
And the only reason that New Vegas was allowed to do the West is because everybody that worked on that game from Obsidian was former employees from Black Isle.
Wild.
Which is why New Vegas feels a lot more like Fallout 1 and 2 than Fallout 3 and 4.
So Fallout 3, Todd Howard's first love child with Ron Perlman. Todd Howard clenched his butt cheeks and birthed into the universe Fallout 3, and it was a surprisingly mid game, and that is a hardline opinion I have.
Wow.
I mean,
And
at the time,
it's gonna give us a lot of comments at least.
I don't think saying Fallout 3 is mid in comparison to 1, 2, and New Vegas, but at the time, that would be a very hot take.
Oh, 100%. I totally agree that it would be a hot take, but I think
I don't really have any issue with it. I like it.
I don't want to digress too much into it, but I'm going to.
You played New Vegas first?
No, I played Fallout 4 first, and then I played Fallout 3, and then I played New Vegas.
Oh, okay.
That would explain your opinions.
Fallout 4 is definitely the worst one.
Oh, 100%.
That game's fucking dog water.
It has the best, like, feel for playing. But
oh, for sure. Has the best engine and the best graphics, and that's it.
Anyway, so the difference between all of these guys is they don't really have... The difference between the Lone Wanderer and the Chosen One and the Vault Dweller is the Lone Wanderer, like, chooses to leave the vault. Like, he doesn't need to leave the vault. Like, he's kind of forced out, but, like, they're just trying to keep, like, order while he's, like, running away. He could definitely, like, just stay there. Anyway, so he's a character who just, like, starts out in the vault. Like, he's not born in the vault. His parents get migrated to the vault.
So he wasn't born in the vault?
He was not
Correct.
born in the vault. He was born at Project Purity, which we'll talk about in a minute.
Okay.
And so after that gets shut down, they go and live. James, your father in this game, goes and lives at the vault.
Liam Neeson.
Qui-Gon Jinn takes his newborn son or daughter or other and moves to the vault. And he goes, "Hey, I'm Qui-Gon Jinn. I would like to live here." And they go, "Sure."
And they go, "Oh,
And-
fuck yeah, we love Qui-Gon shit."
We love a Phantom Menace.
Did they let him in because he's a doctor?
I think it is because he's a doctor. I think Ron's got it on the nose. They're like, yeah,
Oh,
we're not going
maybe
to
it
turn
is.
down a doctor.
Because, like, what I know about, you know, the Fallout 3 vault is they're, like, super protective, so I just can't imagine that,
They just let any fucking guy
the
in.
Overlord being like, yeah, let me let in this fucking irradiated guy from outside the vault.
Overseer, they're Ron.
Overseer. What did I say? Overlord?
But yeah, so like their vault is a control vault, I believe. And so after your dad escapes for some fucking reason, he's like, the overseer is like, "Hey, you're his son. I'm gonna fucking kill you." And you're like, "All right, well, I guess I can leave." And so you leave and you get dumped into this gray-green wasteland.
Yeah, because like that's just what's confusing. So like the overseer is totally fine letting the dad and son into the vault. Then 16 years goes by, whatever. Dad decides he wants to leave. Overseer's pissed. Nobody leaves the vault.
Nobody leaves.
But he started not in the vault, and the overseer would know that.
Now you
It's
see
true.
why
The
I don't
hypocrisy
like
of it
this
all.
game as much.
Okay.
Anyway, so you leave and you follow your dad. You get to another vault that he's like trapped in a VR simulation. You help him out. You get him out of there. And then after that, you go to I think it is the Andrew Garfield Memorial.
You mean the Jefferson Memorial?
Jefferson Memorial, yeah.
Andrew Garfield Memorial. It's of his really cool, amazing Spider-Man 2 suit, the most accurate comic book suit we've ever had of Spider-Man on screen. Amen.
So that's where Project Purity is. Now, Project Purity is your dad decides, hey, wouldn't it be cool if like water was able to be drank without dying? And a couple other scientists were like, yeah, maybe.
That is cool.
That is cool. That is newer. Thanks.
Thanks.
Editor, add that clip in, please.
From
And so
the Onion movie.
Ron will tell you where it's from.
37 minutes and 20 seconds.
That's a hell of a guess.
I'm gonna pull up the Onion movie right now. I have it as a file, so I'm gonna
Please.
fucking pull it up.
Please don't.
37 minutes. Oh my god.
Is it? Was he right?
Show it.
37 minutes, 13 seconds.
Okay.
You gotta get you one of these. The base. Cutting edge.
Wow, that is newer.
No fucking way!
Hit pause,
No
so we can
fucking
see the
way,
after.
Dude!
No way, 37 minutes, 29 seconds.
No fucking way! I can't believe we have that on film, dude. I haven't seen this movie in fucking 5 years, 6 years. I just had a random timestamp in a 2-hour movie, dude, and I nailed the line within 9 seconds! No fucking way, dude! That's crazy!
Holy shit.
What are the fucking chances of that, dude?
Editor, when I switched over to my file explorer, don't show any of that. I don't know what I got in there. I'm gonna fucking pull it up. Let's speed up through these. So Fallout 3, you go find your dad, and you start up Project Purity. Then the Enclave come in and go, hey, we don't like that, because they want to do the same thing they wanted to do in Fallout 2, which was use the FEV virus to kill all mutants by poisoning the water supply. And you can choose to do that in this game. You can totally do that. You can be a monster and do that. And so the Enclave shows up, kills most of the people at Project Purity, and you like run away. It kills your dad. Your dad's dead.
Yep.
Sorry.
Just like Qui-Gon Jinn all over again.
Anyway, so the Enclave fucks your shit up. You run to the Brotherhood of Steel, who is based at the Pentagon. Brotherhood of Steel is at the Pentagon.
Boss. They make
Boss.
great speakers.
And they go, the Enclave? We fucking hate those losers. So they help you take it back. So that is Fallout 3. Fallout 3 ends with you turning on the purifier to purify all the water in whatever
The Capital
river.
Wasteland.
The Capital Wasteland. And yeah. So Fallout New Vegas, my personal favorite in the series.
I think it's
Yeah,
most
everyone's.
people's personal favorite.
It is the main
Like
story.
top 5 video games of all time. Go on.
The main story is there is a group of tribals called Caesar's Legion, which they are a Roman-esque group of savages that enslave people and conquer territory, and they've been heading steadily west for a long time.
They're basically a bunch of guys that gave in to the impulse of constantly thinking about the Roman Empire.
Correct.
Yep.
They are the Roman Empire personified, the Roman Empire thoughts personified.
Basically what any of us men would do if,
Given the
all
opportunity.
laws were off the table and the opportunity were given to us.
On the other side of this is the New California Republic, also shortened to the NCR. They are essentially the American government again. They're a democracy, a republic, democratic
How many
republic.
factions are you going to compare to the American government?
Just the two that are.
So the Enclave
comparable to
is
the American government.
the the American government in parentheses chuds, and the NCR is the government American in parentheses chads.
Yes.
Okay.
So your role in this is you are a mailman who gets shot in the fucking skull because what you were bringing for mail was very valuable. It was the platinum chip.
Full circle moment.
You were going to bring it to Mr. House, so his robots. Let's see if I can draw Securitron.
Kind of based. All right. Yeah. They're squeaking along. Why is everyone you draw angry?
They got police caps on. Essentially, your actions as a mailman result in either the NCR, Caesar Legion, Mr. House, or yourself taking over New Vegas and either driving people out or killing everyone. Fallout 4 is, hey, what if we did Fallout New Vegas but worse? And it's like, okay, why? So you are a cryo-frozen man. You start off as a dad or a mom, and you are in like the pre-war world with your terrifying animatronic baby and your spouse, and the bombs start dropping and everyone runs to the vault that's like conveniently like within 30 feet of your house for some fucking reason. And they get 5 people on there and they go, you know what, send it down. Send it down. You know, that's the only 5 people, that's enough to start humanity again. So they send you down there.
2 of them are related? No, do it anyway.
Yeah, you've got an infant child in there. He'll start reality, or he'll start humanity back up again. So you get down into the vault, you get cryo frozen because it's an old switcheroo by Vault Tech going, hey, we're gonna experiment on you. You wake up an indeterminate amount of time later by some random goons who steal your son from your
cereal
spouse.
mascot.
By a cereal mascot named John Kellogg, and he shoots your husband/wife dead, steals your baby.
It's more than good. It's mine now.
Is he from WK Kellogg or from Kellanova?
What?
Kellogg, the cereal and snack bar company, split into 2 different companies, WK Kellogg and Kellanova.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
That's some insider
Yeah, one of them makes
information you
cereal
got
and the
there.
other one makes everything else.
Next episode is going to be Ron teaching us grocery store lore.
Grocery store lore? Dude, I can do that.
Any fucking way. So your goal, once you awaken from cryo slumber, is to find your fucking son. Before you do that, you do every other side quest because they are much
them
better.
Kids.
Because fuck your kid. Why would you go after your kid when you could join the Brotherhood of Steel or the Railroad
Or settlements that need your help.
or the Minutemen?
If you want to be a fucking chud.
And of course, the Minutemen got their name.
Because it
It only takes them a minute to
shove 45 hamsters up their ass.
I was curious to see where the Minutemen got their name, so I googled it.
Okay.
Apparently, it's because they only take a minute to shove 12 gerbils up their ass.
It's impressive.
So all the factions hate this one faction called the Institute. Because they're evil bastards who keep replacing normal people.
They're Yankees fans.
They
They're
are
Yankees
Yankees fans. Fucking Yanks fans, dude. Don't even get me fucking started. Oh.
What the fuck is going on out here?
Where's my brother? I swear, I'm not a simp. Don't shoot, for God's sake.
Dude, he's a fucking Yanks fan. Oh shit! They're all fucking Yanks fans, dude.
And they start replacing people with Mets fans. And anyway, so the Institute is stealing people and replacing them for pretty much no reason.
I never made you draw the Lone Wanderer. I never made you draw the Courier, and now I forgot to make you draw the Sole Survivor too.
Speed draw. This is supposed to be the Final Fantasy battle theme?
Yeah. I don't know why that's my speed music, but...
Doing a terrible job.
Oh, no. Dude, I'm so good at Paint.net. I make all of our thumbnails in Paint.net. Fun insider trading tip.
Actually?
Yeah, he does.
Did you not know that?
No, I did not know that.
Okay. All right. We like
and that's
that.
That's the
Lone Wanderer. Because Vault 101.
Okay.
So there's the Soul Survivor, the Lone Wanderer.
Mm-hmm.
All right, give me that Courier. Give me that meow.
I was
mix.
really hoping you would just copy and paste one of the other guys and then just draw like a red gunshot in his head. Gunshot hole in his head.
There's his head wound.
A nice wide stance.
Got that wide stance, yeah. You gonna make him hung?
No, he's got to give him a little belt in the holster.
He's got a hula hoop.
I've got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, jingle, jangle. As I go right merrily along. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Perfect. He's just got a whip. Big iron.
The NCR flag.
Yep, there's our protagonists. And so Kellogg took your fucking
baby.
kid, and then you found Kellogg after a while of searching. If you were anything like me, you save up one mini nuke, and as soon as he like comes around the corner with his hands up, you fucking blow him away. Just fucking
all right, so
absolutely devastate him. Anyway, so you kill Kellogg, you steal his memories out of his brain implant. You find out how the Institute gets in and out of the Institute without a door as they teleport in and out. You go to one of your various factions. For me, it's usually the Brotherhood because I like being racist towards ghouls and super mutants.
Hell yeah, brother.
Fucking based. So you build a literal fucking teleporter from like scraps you find around like your settlement. And so you teleport into the Institute. You find out that the guy running the Institute, who's like in his 80s, is your son. And he's an old guy, and he's like, hey, I love the Institute, but I also love you, Dad, even though I'm 80 years old and I've never interacted with you before. So here, I'll make you the leader of the Institute, if you want it.
Sorry, son, I didn't know you were into the fucking Yanks like that, so now I gotta fucking ice you, kid.
So
I came all this way hoping you would have some Bruins tickets or something, but now you're telling me you're a fucking Canadians fan? What the fuck?
So yeah, you teleport back out, and your various factions go, hey, we don't like these guys. Blow them the fuck up. And you do. And that's the end of Fallout 4.
And that's present day.
That is
as far as we've
present day, unless we want to talk about Fallout TV show. Actually, it's too new. I think I don't want to spoil that.
Yeah, we'll leave that alone. Go watch it. Go watch it on Amazon.
Actually, clarifying question though. I think I know the answer, but I'll let you clarify. Is it its own continuity, or does it exist within the game's continuity?
It exists within the game's continuity.
You would know that if you fucking watched it.
I mean, I watched like 2 episodes.
Watch the whole thing. It's so good.
All right, after I finish Echo, I'll watch that.
There have actually, if you want to get technical within the first 2 episodes, there are actually signals telling you that they do take place in the same game.
Well, anything else you wanna touch on? Anything we missed?
I think we covered all the major bases, honestly.
If you go to the Thorn in Fallout New Vegas and complete the quests for Red Lucy, you bang her and get a shotgun. That's really good.
That's not lore, I just like banging Red Lucy.
What about Mothership Zeta? Some aliens?
So
That's a DLC.
I didn't get any of the DLC. There's Fallout 3. There's Mothership Zeta, which is you get abducted by aliens and you kick their asses and then you come back to Earth. That's pretty much the only lore to it. There's
the Pit,
Operation Anchorage. Yes, there's Operation Anchorage where you go into a VR simulation and go
to Alaska
training. You go to Alaska, do a stealthy mission. And then there is the Pit, like Tim said. It's probably my favorite of the Fallout 3 DLCs.
I would agree.
I've never played any of the Fallout 3 DLCs.
That's crazy.
The Pit is Pittsburgh is an irradiated hellhole that you go to and you get turned into a slave. And help
in the game,
slaves.
it's also an irradiated hellhole.
Also in game, it is an irradiated hellhole, and you get turned into a slave. You get, I guess, not turned into. You just get enslaved, and then you help the slaves, or you help the slave masters, and that's the Pit. And then
Side note, I really want them to make a new game that's Fallout Detroit, where you go through the whole game and there's nothing different than any other Fallout game, but then by the end of the game, you just find out Detroit has actually been untouched the whole time.
Yeah, no, you find out it's like 2022 fucking Detroit.
You're still like using bottle caps as currency and like everything's all fucked up.
Like the buildings are sheared in half and shit. Like,
the end of the game, you see the nukes go off in the distance and you're like, oh, this is pre-war. But I thought that game had ghouls. Nah, that was just a meth head.
There's Point Lookout, which is you go to the island of Point Lookout and not really much happens there. Yeah, pretty much. And then there's the one that continues the story after you die, Broken Steel, and that's just you finish off the Enclave.
That one I did play.
New Vegas, there's Dead Money. You go to a casino. There's lots of spooky ghouls there, and fucking fill in your pockets with goddamn gold bars. And so it's just a world building. It's a pretty good DLC. It's very fun. And then there's Old World Blues. Honest Hearts. Honest Hearts, you go to Zion National Park and you kill some Native Americans.
They're all good.
And then you also play the DLC Honest Hearts and you go to Zion National Park and kill Native Americans. Old World Blues, you go to to Big Mountain. It is fantastic.
You get the best house in any Bethesda game.
100%. It's just like wacky science. The DLC, everything's wacky and silly, funny. Like lasers and robots. And then there's Lonesome Road. Lonesome Road. Oh, yeah. Lonesome Road is
it's
just
linear and it's all like weapon based. Like everybody has every fucking person has fucking fat mans and stuff.
Yeah, it is crazy high powered weapons, and the whole point of the DLC is like you could turn around at any point and not do this, but you're gonna keep doing it because there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Just
Fallout 4 DLCs are Nuka World, which is a theme park that you fucking take over with raiders. There's Automatron, you fight the Mechanist. There's Far Harbor, which is what if H.P. Lovecraft wrote Fallout lore.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, because it takes place in fucking Maine.
All right, well, that is all of the Fallout lore that Nick can remember.
Yeah, that's
I guess we didn't touch on a lot of the little tiny stuff, but
Brotherhood of Steel doesn't exist, and neither does Tactics.
That's all the main stuff. If you like this video, please like the video. At 200 likes, we're gonna do. I already forgot. Tim's gonna do Kingdom Hearts lore. So if you want to see Kingdom Hearts lore, like the video, please.
I do have a banner right here on my wall.
And drop a comment. Let us know about any other games you think it would be fun to hear us ramble from memory, where possibly Nick is drunk, about lore of that game. Any suggestions? I mean, obviously it's better if we have played the game before, but you might remind us of some that would be like, oh yeah, that's a good one.
That is.
And yeah, definitely subscribe so we can give you some more awesome, stupid content.
And we'll see you in the next one.
See ya.
All right. Peace.
See ya.